What's up, guys, and welcome back to this channel. I thought I would go ahead and show you a hash rate on Ethereum Classic with my A2000. I talked about them a little bit in the other videos, but I never actually recorded just to show you guys the hash rate and stuff like that, so I thought I would do it today. On this computer that I'm logged into, I have two A2000s and one 1050 Ti, so you will see three different numbers, and then you can see the differences between the lottery on these cards to see what they're actually running and if they're running the same hash rate and what settings. So that's going to be cool. Start off with these cards, but I want to move the fan to 100%. I'm sorry, that's going to start making noise in the background, but we need 100% for these because they run, over 50s, and the memory, as soon as it gets close to 80, it starts dropping the hash rate. As you guys can hear the fans in the background already. Hopefully the fans don't bother you guys. Alright, let me double click on it, get it running. As you guys can see on the stock settings with 100 power limit, how the card gets, and 100 fan, you guys can see the temperatures are already at 50 and 70 C. Once it gets over like 76, 78 is when my hash rate starts dropping. The two differences between these two cards, one likes to run at 98, 99 power limit. The other one I can scale down to 96, 97. It will still run the 40 mega hash that I'm looking after, and it will only run at about 68, 70 watts and at the wall. These cards are very efficient, and they only at max run about 72 watts at all times at max. So we're gonna go ahead and first let me link these two cards. I'm gonna go ahead and increase the memory to 500. That will give us some boot in hash rates, but I do run both of the cards with over 1,000 memory clock, usually about 1250 to 1300. So, but I'm do little increments just so you guys can see the difference and just watch the temps. Temps are, there you go. The second card is already at 80 C on the memory, which will drop down my hash rate. I go ahead and look at that card, see what is the difference. There is no difference. I have both settings the same. That's what I noticed a lot. So this card, I run at about 98 power limit and about 1300 memory. That should bring this card to 40, and this one sometimes I can run 96, 97 at about 1275 memory, and that will give me to my 40 mega hash on that one. So I'm going to let it run a little bit so you guys can see, and then get back to you, show you where the hash rate's at. Alright guys, as you can see with these current settings on the first card, we're running 97 power limit, 1275 on the memory, 100% fan, and it's over 40. So this is the one that I can even drop to 96 power limit and still get over 40 mega hash. Now I'm not looking for the most mega hash. I'm looking to run at 40 or at about 40 mega hash, just a little bit over. I'm not looking to push the cards 100% because they're so efficient. I just want to run them at 40. That's my, I can run these at 2000 memory clock. It will give me another mega hash or so, but the temperatures, it's what's going to get to me. Then I got to put a fan on them to cool them and stuff like that, and then I want to prolong the life of these cards. The second one is running at 98 and it's doing 3972. I did just put the fans on them, so I have these little fans that are connected to a little USB hub, and I pointed these cards until I'm finished building this frame for this rig. So but I will have fans on the other side. The problem with these, you can't put the fans where you usually do. That's where they're hot air comes out, so I gotta do it from the back of them. So I gotta build the rig differently, or just add another longer post on the other side where I can mount the fans. And the second one, I'm running at 98 power limit, 1300 memory, 100% on the fan, and it's running about 410. As you guys can see, the temps are dropping on them, so I can even drop the power limit or a little bit on the memory to get it close to that 40 mega hash without pushing the cards too much. Alright, so that's for the settings, guys. Both the cards pretty much run the same. I run them anywhere between 1250 to 1300 on the memory, depending what their temps is. So when the temps are, like you guys can see now, 76 and 78, if I can drop those temps by like 2 or 4 degrees or 2 or 4 Celsius, it will give me a little more mega hash. Seems like every time that memory gets to that 80 or over. Then power limit, I'm running them anywhere from 96 to 98, 99, depending on which card I have. due to wanting to have 40 mega hash on them. I do lower the fan a little bit, so that's not running at 100%, but I'm running it nearly 100% every time. So let me take the fans off and show you guys what the actual temps they're running without any fans on them. Alright guys, I took the fans off. It's been about a minute, so I have no fans on them running right now, only the card fan that's working out, just like any of those turbo cards. I'm sure you guys seen the A2000s. I'll have them on the picture as well. But you can see within a minute, the top card already jumped from 5478, so 78 is the memory. It already jumped 4 degrees, and the second card is already at 80, and you guys can see that we were at 40, 22 on 50 and 78 Celsius. Now that I'm at 80 Celsius on the memory, and it's already at 39.73, so it's dropping. So these cards don't like too much temperatures, but eventually I'll have fans on them set up nicely. But you guys can see the temperature is dropping, and I did get something to try to get the temperature down. Will make a video about that to show you guys. And there goes the top one already at 80C as well. So that's what's going to drop the hash rate on these cards. Alright guys, sorry for getting off topic. If you guys have any other questions or comments, please leave them below. And as always guys, have a wonderful day.